Hello everyone, Lance here. Thank you for buying the wood material collection. In this tutorial series, I'm gonna show you how to use the 124 wood materials within the collection, as well as how to use the core nodes to generate your own wood materials. So the first thing we need to talk about is how to install the wood collection. Now, the wood collection is not an add-on. It's actually an asset library. So you have to install it as an asset library, not an add-on. So the first thing you need to do after downloading the zip file is to extract it to its own folder, the wood collection folder. Here I already extracted the collection, and in here we have 3 files. Now you can open this main file to edit the wood collection, but since we're just gonna be using the wood collection, we don't need to open this main file. Let's just leave everything as is. Now let's go to Blender. Now I am using Blender version 4.1, but you can actually use any newer version of Blender because the wood material collection was created using Blender 4.1, so you need at least Blender 4.1 to use the collection. And since Blender is always backward compatible, you can use any newer version. Okay, so let's go ahead and install the wood material collection. Go to Edit, Preference, and in here in the File Path tab in the Asset Library section, click the plus icon and navigate to the place where you store the wood collection. In this case, I stored it here. Alright, click Add Asset Library. There we go, we have a new wood collection library. And in my particular use case, I'm going to be using append reuse data because I want to edit the materials. And finally, we save the preference. And now we are ready. We can access the wood collection in the asset browser. There we go. And here are the core nodes to generate your own wood materials. We have 7 floor patterns. Each pattern has 12 wood material presets, and we have 12 glued wood presets. We have 12 plywood presets, and finally we have 16 solid wood presets. Now for the first tutorial, let's just focus on the solid wood materials. So let's go ahead and drag in one of the wood materials. There we go. And render and see how it looks. And there we go. Now you can actually render this using Eevee as well. There we go. But I prefer cycles because it just looks better. Now let's have a closer look at this wood material. You see on the horizontal faces, like this one, or the bottom face, like this one, we have these edge rings, and on the vertical faces we have the familiar wavy wood pattern. This is because the wood texture is volumetric. It simulates how the wood is formed in nature. So the wood is actually a bunch of cylindrical nesting layers, and if you slice through the layers sideways, you can see we are cutting through these cylinders and we see the rings like this. But if we slice the wood vertically, we are slicing through the cylinders in the vertical direction, and you see these are the borders between the cylinders. And because the cylinders are not perfect, we don't see perfectly straight lines going from top to bottom, but instead we have this wavy wood pattern. Now let's take a look at the wood from the top view, and you can see the center of the tree is right here, and it's a little bit away from the origin of the object. This is because the tree trunk is kind of bending around like this. It's not perfectly straight up. So if you want to move the center to here or to any place you want, you can go to the material, go all the way to the back right here, and drop in a vector mapping node. And using this mapping node, you can move the center, and you can even rotate the wood grains. For example, I'm going to rotate this around the y-axis like this. So now I have a diagonal wood grain. Now let me create a monkey head. There we go. And subdivide it to something very smooth and shade smooth. There we go. Now the monkey face is a little too big. It's currently almost 3 meters wide. It's 2.66 meters. And let's see what happens if we use a wood material on it. Let's say wood number 2. So you see the monkey head is a little too big, so the wood grains look very small in compared to the size of the head. In this case, we have to scale down the head to a reasonable size, like that. And then don't forget to apply the scale. There we go. So now we have a very nice monkey head statue made of wood. And once again, we can move the center of the wood using a vector mapping node like this. And I don't like seeing the center here. Let's move the center over here. So I'm gonna move this here and move it up here. So now we have a diagonal slice of the wood like that. Okay, that's it for the introduction. In the next tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to create your own wood materials using the core nodes. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.